Have you ever felt like you're stuck in survival mode and you just can't connect to the vibrant, soft version of yourself? Femininity is not something that you have to find. It's something that is a part of you. You just have to connect to it. You just have to allow it to breathe. Hi, I'm Rachel, and I was stuck in survival mode for so long. I felt like I had to be everything for everyone, and in order to find happiness, I had to work harder to create the happiness that I wanted. But when I realized that that's not how life works, that's not who I am as a woman, I then discovered that feminine energy is the way that we are meant to connect to the world and the people around us. And by connecting to this energy, I was then able to communicate with my husband more authentically and vulnerably and more with more peace and tranquility. And I was able to be a mother to my children in a way that they needed, in a way that was softer and kinder. And I was also able to embrace the natural rhythms of life that could allow me to connect to who I truly am and allow me to feel very fulfilled in life. I was then able to find this inner peace, and now I help other women like you to connect to this joy and this peace that is innately within you. And I feel like for so many women, we struggle so hard to connect to this energy. And it's because we live in this masculine dominant world that praises us when we are working and striving and trying our best to keep our head above water. So I hope that through this video, I can help you to understand that feminine energy allows you to connect to this freedom and joy that is innately ours, that is our birthright. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 habits that will help you connect to your feminine energy and enhance your feminine energy so that you feel more alive and fulfilled, and so that it's not a forced energy that you're creating in your life, but more of an energy that just feels right to you, and it allows you to accomplish so much more and communicate in a way that is effective and beautiful and connect to the abundance that's all around you. Femininity is not about being soft all the time or fitting into a box of what people expect women to do. It's about being fully alive in your energy, confident, magnetic, and at ease with yourself. So these habits aren't about fixing you. They're just about connecting you to who you really are, who you truly are as a woman. Because we live in a world that tells us to do more and work harder and prove ourselves, we struggle so much to listen and slow down and realize that this subtle energy that we have inside of us is more powerful than anything we can strive to create. It's more powerful than anything we can influence in our life. And once we realize this, our life can completely flip upside down into a world that's more abundant and vibrant. And this comes when we slow down and intentionally connect to ourselves with these habits that we create in our lives so that we can feel more aligned to ourselves. So the first one is move. Move your body. Our feminine energy resides in our body. Our masculine energy resides in our head. And a lot of the times we are in our head focused on how we can discipline our children, what our next task is. Are we doing everything right according to our boss? What's the next thing on the agenda to do, right? We're always thinking. And when we slow down and we just get into our body, whether that's observing what's going on, allowing the environment to penetrate us and allow us to feel good in that moment, or if it's to move our body in Pilates or yoga or exercise, that allows us to get out of our heads and into our body. Another one is dance. I feel like dance is so underrated. I am not a good dancer whatsoever, but when I dance, I feel so connected to who I am as a woman. It makes me feel good, even though I'm not doing a very good job of it. It just does something to my body, to my 5 senses, that allows me to rest and feel abundant and vibrant in my life and in my body. And when we move our body, we want to be intentional about how we are feeling about ourselves. Are we feeling good about ourselves? Notice the beauty that our bodies create with this movement. Notice the beauty that we have if you work out in front of a mirror or exercise in front of a mirror, because and it's funny because I used to do this when I was a little girl. I would just stare at myself in the mirror, and I felt shamed for doing that because it was like this conceited energy. But then I noticed that my daughter, my my 6-year-old daughter, was doing that recently. She would look at herself while she was talking in the glass window, and it just makes me consider that maybe that's how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to watch ourselves, see the beauty of who we are, and connect to that beauty, connect to how we feel about ourselves. Because when we see ourselves, when we recognize the beauty in us, then it makes us feel even better. And there's certain things that you can also do to make yourself feel better. And I think that a lot of times we miss this as women. We're told not to change things up, or not sustainable to be changing, getting our nails done or getting our hair done, or changing everything up all the time, right? But what I've noticed is that if I'm not changing up at least one thing every so often, I kind of get into the mundane and I get stuck. And when I do something new, it allows me to see myself in a different way and gives me a different kind of confidence. So I definitely recommend doing something like that that connects you back to how you feel about yourself and feeling good about yourself, whether that's exercising or whether that's getting acupuncture. I got acupuncture the other day, and just things like that really help us to connect to that confidence that makes us feel good about ourselves, that makes us connect to our emotions and our feeling part. The next habit is soften through your senses. We have 5 senses, and they are all yearning to be connected to with our feminine energy. Our feminine energy thrives in that connection with those 5 senses because, again, it's within our body that our feminine energy resides. So, light a candle, look at that candle, how beautiful it is, or how it smells, or put on some perfume, or uh, burn some incense. Our smell is very powerful. And unfortunately, a lot of things have been infused with fragrances that are not good for our hormones or our health. So I definitely encourage you to find something that's all natural, that is good for your health, and it sparks that sense of smell. Another one that I tried to implement, it's hard to when you're going from one thing to the next, but eating slowly, being more conscious of how you're eating. I've heard that you need to chew your food 30 times in order for it to be beneficial for your digestion. And I have tried that. I actually did that for 30 days straight. I recorded myself eating my food slowly, and it improved my digestion, allowed the bloating to go down. It improved my skin in a lot of ways, and just allowed me to become more present in the moment. It's hard to do that. It's hard to be conscious of that, but it's so beneficial for everything about us. And you can also put on fabrics that feel good and nice to you, or flow in a certain way that makes you feel more feminine. And maybe even touching your partner on the shoulder very gently, or touching his hand in a gentle, softer way than you might normally do, allows you to connect to that feminine essence. The third habit is speak with more care and intention. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. When I think about that, it reminds me that God designed us to think twice and listen twice before we actually say something. When we observe our thoughts and we observe what we're about to say or what we're going to bring out into the world, then our words can be more powerful, more impactful, more intentional, more kind and loving, and just create this energy, this dynamic that is beneficial instead of accidentally being hurtful. The fourth habit is being selfish with your self-care. Self-care is very important because it allows you to slow down and connect to your body, connect with your feminine energy, and allow you to be still and quiet. The feminine energy can only be harnessed in presence, in slowness, in connection with your body, with time and space and quietness. So, making sure that you have those boundaries around self care. Self care is not just a trend that's going on, it's going around for a very important reason. Self care allows us to connect to that feminine energy that is innate in us, that's yearning to be seen and heard. And then the last one is receive without guilt. So many times before I learned about feminine energy, I would always deflect a compliment. When someone would give me a compliment about my hair or my outfit, I would say, oh no, it's, I messed it up, or, oh, I got it on sale, things like that. Like, just really diminishing me. And not only did it diminish me and my power and the beauty that could be had in that moment, but also it diminished the gift that someone else was giving to me. I didn't want to, and I wasn't ready to receive. And feminine energy is all about receptivity. It's all about receiving to them the abundance that's all around them. Masculine energy is about giving, providing. So, are we connecting to our feminine energy in this way? These 5 tips are just the start of your feminine energy journey. If you're ready to go deep into your feminine energy and really understand how powerful it is and what tools you need to connect to your feminine energy, I have a course that it will be launching on February 14th, and I have the wait list included down below in the description box. My course includes tools, insights, and techniques into how to harness your feminine energy and connect to the fulfilling version of your life that you might be missing out on, and the fulfilling relationship that you can have in love with your husband, with your partner, or even if you're looking for love. This will help you to connect to that feminine energy that will then attract the masculine essence that you desire to have in your dream partner. So I hope that you've learned from this that feminine energy is not something you have to chase. It's innate within you. It's not fake. It's your authentic self as a woman. So these are just reminders to come back to yourself in a world that is masculinely dominant. If any of these habits or tricks resonated with you, please leave them down in the comment which one was your favorite one. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, I greatly appreciate it. If you consider doing that, it helps me out a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was beneficial to you, and I hope you have a blessed day. Until next time.